We're here in El Dorado, Kansas. It's the county seat and largest town in Butler County. And we're here because the Butler County Historical Society, home of the Kansas Oil Museum, is right here. And I've got an appointment to meet the director of the museum. She's going to tell me all about what is here. And so let's go check it out and see what we can learn about the history of Butler County and oil in Kansas.
My name is Tiya Tonn, and I'm Executive Director here at the Butler County Historical Society, home of the Kansas Oil Museum. We started out as the Butler County Historical Society many, many years ago. And as it evolved, really the history of Butler County is very entwined with the history of oil. So we added the oil history with the Kansas Oil Museum. And because we are the only true historical museum here in El Dorado, we're really the city museum as well. So we serve many different types of crowds and researchers and people needing information on various topics. If people are looking for genealogy and ancestry, they're going to come to our research library. They're going to be more interested in the county history. Because our short name is Kansas Oil Museum, then on the outside world hears about us through the Kansas Oil Museum, sees our signs on the turnpike and stops in. And there's a big fascination with like our oil signs, our great collection of the various companies. So I would say we're more noted for the oil, but the locals all know that we're the history spot. We have great oil history inside and outside. When you first walk into our lobby, there are unique models, starting from the wooden derricks that you would have seen in 1915 when Stapleton was discovered, all the way up to what you would see in current pastures today with the pump jacks. Some are actually moving and working parts. It's wonderful. Then when you go into our large exhibit hall, you also will tour through the history and the impact of the El Dorado oil field on World War I and how that helped float us to victory on a sea of oil. And it will go chronologically through the importance of oil in the county. You'll step outside and you'll be able to go to our oil equipment that we have out in our about 10 acres here. You'll be able to tour a lease house that looks just like it would have if you were living on the lease and it's out by the oil equipment. You'll be able to go through our boomtown, which would replicate the boomtown from about the 1920s, and tour everything from a grocery store, a print shop, a doctor's office, a school, a landman's office. But then if you go back to history, we have the Connor Cabin, which is the oldest building here in Butler County, and it's still nicely preserved on our grounds. The Butler County history is entwined throughout the oil because it will be highlighting Butler County throughout. Right now, we have a special exhibit that is about the GAR, that when they came home from the Civil War and when they would have their reunions here in Butler County. And we have some of like the sword and various items, a lot of the medals and ribbons and rosters and wonderful pictures. So we have a lot of special exhibits that are Butler County that continuously change. Most everything ties back to El Dorado because this is where we're located and this is where we have more donations come in of items from El Dorado in the early years of El Dorado. We have more old photos of El Dorado. We have more family histories. There's just more because this is where people think to donate those special items. One of the newest things that we have here is about 3 years ago, we added the large building next door to the main museum, and it's called the Energy Education Center. And we have events there, plays, speakers, and the community can rent it because that helps the museum stay sustainable. But we've added a 65-foot interactive STEM education wall. And that just opened up this spring, and oh my gosh, the field trips love it. And it has specialized questions on kiosks for third through fifth and then sixth through eighth. It tells the history of energy, all types of energy, from man-made energy all the way up to where we are today. I also love our boomtown because when you step back and you're strolling along the boardwalk, all of a sudden you're back in the 1920s, and that's just fun. So I love that area as well. Gosh, I really love the whole museum. We have our Facebook page, which has the same long name we do, Butler County Historical Society, home of the Kansas Oil Museum. But our website is much easier to find. It's kansasoilmuseum.org. And on our YouTube channel, it's Butler County Historical Society. So look for Butler County or Kansas Oil and you'll find us. Right now, we're still on summer hours, so it is open from Thursday to Saturday, 10 to 4, and there are special events and rentals that are other times. If you want to come in and research, you can make an appointment because we're here, we're just open to the public at those times. We're so honored to have you come and visit us, and we're excited to see all the new faces that you'll be bringing us, and we just are very proud that we have the opportunity to share the history of this region with people in this region and out of this region. So it's a responsibility and an honor.
I picked up a few friends here as I was touring the museum. What an awesome museum. And thanks to Tiya for her time and showing me around and explaining all the details of the museum. Definitely worth the visit. You know, I don't show a ton of the museums usually. I want people to have a chance to come and see them for themselves. But if I was to show all the detail of this museum, it would take hours and hours. So you should come and check it out next time you're in El Dorado, and it'd be well worth your time and energy to come and visit this museum. Wonderful museum here in El Dorado, Kansas. All right, which one is your favorite sign? For staying till the end, I'm going to show you all the signs. I'll let you know which one's my favorite. There's a lot of awesome signs here. Oh, that's a cool one. Okay, there's all the signs. Boy, this is tough. I like that Sovereign Service. Just stands out, different color. I do like the mobile gas one right next to it too. I guess I'm gonna have to go the one that caught my eye early, the Frontier. Raring to go. Yep, that's my favorite one. How's it going? What are you guys talking about? You guys talking about me? Teacher rules. So those main top ones look pretty normal, I'd say, for that day and age. Female teachers shall not keep company with men, be away from their domicile between the hours of 8 and 6, loiter in town ice cream stores? What the heck? Oh my goodness. Okay, about the men, you better not get shaved in a barbershop and take more than one evening per week recording. Class, I'm really sorry to announce my resignation today because apparently I broke every single rule.